I used to think that skill was all it took to create. You have a skill, you grab a tool, watch a couple of tutorials, and boom, you're good to go. But I've come to realize that there's something very fundamental that a lot of us take for granted: books. So, as creatives, we desire to be better. We desire growth. We desire to create something exceptional. So we download tutorials, we take courses, we binge videos, we download presets, and oftentimes it works out. But after a while, we realize that what we're producing isn't enough, that what we're producing is lacking something, right? It looks nice, it looks good, but it's flat, it's empty. Now, I'm not just coming for you now. This is this is This is personal, it's we. We're all sitting pretty on this table. And I think the reason why we struggle with this is because we don't read. We create something, it looks good, but we don't know how to make it mean something. We don't know how to make it have substance. I'm talking from personal experience now. I knew how to make things look nice, aesthetics, catchy eyes, colors popping here and there. Everything is aligned, it's proper, it's good, but it was lacking substance. And that's what I mean when I say we know how to make things look good, but it comes out flat, it comes out empty. And we realize this ourselves. And that's why sometimes we fail to share what it is that we have created, because looking at it back, we see that something is missing. And again, I say that this is because we do not read. Why? Why don't we read? I don't know if it's because our minds are too active for us to just sit still with a book, read it, and gain something from it. But for me now, I got into a season where books became gold to me. I don't know what happened. I can't categorically tell you that this was what happened. But I realized that I was just in a season where books became gold to me. And I was frequenting the bookshop to buy books. And it wasn't just that I was buying these books, I was actually reading them. And it wasn't just design books, it was books from a wide range of themes: spirituality, faith, purpose, potential, leadership, vision, philosophy, policy, which is something I didn't think I would really read, you know, policy books. But I just got into that season where, like I said, books became gold to me. And it wasn't just that these books were inspiring me, because I don't know why a policy book would inspire me, but it was something about a restructuring. It was restructuring my approach to life, my approach to work, my approach to people, my approach to creativity, and even my emotions. There was a lot of restructuring going on. And from this season of restructuring, I realized that books do what tutorials can't do, because tutorials show you how to do, while books teach you how what you do can have meaning, can have substance. So it translates what you're doing to substance, to value. And a few things I've learned that I'll share with you just to help you pick up a book and start reading is one, books give you language to communicate. Now, I'm not just talking French, Portuguese, Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, Spanish. I'm talking the words to communicate, the style to communicate. That's what I mean when I say language, right? The right books give you the words to actually express what you have to say, to actually express the inexpressible. So if you're struggling to express your ideas, it could do you a lot of good if you just pick up a book and start reading. The second thing is books help you structure, not just your stories now, but your thinking. Because books usually come in structure, right? There's a flow to it. Introduction, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, until, chapter 12, perhaps. And what that does for you is it's not just helping you to see structure in terms of it being rigid, but it just helps you see flow. So perhaps you have an idea. The moment you start to read, you'd realize that you can actually communicate your idea in a flow. And this helps your audience get exactly what it is you're saying. This is what books can do for you. The third thing, books help sharpen your focus. Now, this is a good one because, like I said, a lot of us struggle with sitting still and just enjoying a book because we're too active. But books help sharpen your focus because when you're sitting with a book, you're still, you're deeply connecting with that book. And most times, when you can build this discipline, you would realize that you can sit long on problems. So you're not one to encounter a problem and then you run off the moment you can't find the solution. No. When you start reading, you realize that you are able to sit long with problems enough to get a solution to that problem. And you're someone who's creating. You're not creating now just for the fun of it. You could create for that, but I mean, that won't do you much good. You should be creating to solve problems for people and solve problems for yourself, perhaps. And this is what focus can do for you. This is what books can do for you. Because reading books sharpens your focus, helps you sit long with problems enough to find the solution. And that's what we need in this world. We need more solutions. You just might be the person with the solution to the problems we're having. All you need to do is pick up that book and start reading. Now, books also help you make connections with things that are unrelated. This is a good one because suddenly you realize that a concept from psychology is being linked to a film. A line from a book is helping you deconstruct things and turn it into something completely different. This is what reading can do for you, right? And reading just expands your mental palettes, expands your mental capacity because you'd realize that you're able to pick an idea and deconstruct it so that it's easily understood by the people who are listening to you. This again is something reading books does for you. Books don't just tell you how to make things, they shape how and why you are making those things. So, like I mentioned, you're someone who wants to solve a problem. You just might be our solution provider, you know, and you want to make things. Start reading because a good book would remind you of your values, will remind you of your voice, would remind you of your reason. And so, whatever it is that you decide to provide a solution to, you're doing it with intention, not just creativity now. This is what I mean when I say your creation has substance. what you're sharing has substance. It's not just flat because you have put your voice into it. You have put a lot of thought into it. So it's not just about making things. It's about the why and the how you're making it. Books help you understand this. Now, finally, books improve your vocabulary. You have a presentation to deliver and you are struggling. Hey, it's because you've not been reading. Because most times, even when you don't prepare for that presentation, I'm not saying you should not prepare. I'm just saying that if you're someone who reads frequently, even when you don't prepare, because those times may come, you'd realize that you still have the words to express your ideas properly. This again is something reading does for you. It improves your vocabulary, it improves your ability to articulate and share what you're sharing with people. For me now, reading books started to shift everything for me. It started to shift everything for me. I've come to see the simple things in complex things. And I've also come to realize that the quality of your outputs is very, very connected to the depth of your inputs. And that depth of inputs is coming from books that you're reading. You must read deep to create substance. For me now, I can say that my ideas are richer, my communication can connect with people, and I can think deeply and sit long with problems enough to find a solution. Before I round up, a friend of mine was talking to me once and he was saying that every time he sees me, I'm with a book, you know. And he was asking me, so have you read this book? Have you read this book? Have you read this book? And I was like, no, no, no. And after a while, I was tired of saying no to the many books he was asking me. So I looked at him and I said, I read a lot, but I don't read everything. So yes, I've gone on this discussion just encouraging you to read, but you must realize and understand that not every book will speak to you. Not every book will speak to me. Not every book will tickle my fancy, and not every book will tickle your fancy. Just find the quality books that you are actually interested in. Because again, you can connect that to the fact that not all roads will lead you to your destination. So, where are you trying to go? What are you trying to learn? How are you trying to improve yourself? And find books that can help you do just that. Find those books, read slow, understand it deeply, and apply it properly. You see, so if you're stuck creatively, don't reach for another tool. Reach for a book, right? Pick one this month, read it, apply what you're reading, and just keep doing that. Then create not from pressure, but from intention. Create from knowing why and how you are creating. Because sometimes the most powerful upgrade is not a software, it's perspective. And books can help you get that perspective that you're looking for. Books can help you change your perspective. So pick up a book and read that book slowly, reflect intentionally, and apply deeply. So I'll see you in the next video.